What's up, my crypto legends? In this episode, we're taking a look at Bitcoin on the weekly, and I want to show you how this is really the ultimate level for Bitcoin to hold this value area low, as you can see here on the volume profile, that if we do break in the coming weeks, we can come as low as $12,000 in the next coming months. Also taking a look here at Ethereum, how this is also very, very possible Ethereum to have another drop in the next coming months, very likely bearish markets, sideways action for the next couple of years even. And we also zooming in here on Bitcoin, and I just want to show you the probabilities of Bitcoin actually coming down to that $27,000, even $26,000 range in the next coming days, and I'm going to explain why with probabilities in this episode, so make sure to stay tuned. Hi there, Andy here. Welcome back to another episode of Bitcoinsensus. New to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Daily take on Bitcoin crypto. I also do live stream to connect with the community. Not financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything that I say. If you do so, do your own research. Let's dive in here to the weekly chart, guys, because I want to keep it really simple, because we are at the very ultimate level here that should be holding. But if it doesn't hold with this bearish market sentiment, we got the traditional stock market absolutely crashing, and there's a very high possibility that it will drag Bitcoin and cryptocurrency to lower levels. So you need to be prepared for this kind of action the next coming months. And just by looking at the Bitcoin chart here, what I want to explain is that if we do break down successfully below the $30,000, okay, a little bit of volatility is fine. We could hold this range, just wicking down to the 25, even 24, and actually recover, okay, if we start seeing these weekly wicks. But as soon as we see a strong weekly candle close below the $30,000 area, as you can see, this could be very, very bad for Bitcoin and crypto the next coming months or even a couple of years. And I want to explain just simply by looking at the value area from the volume profile. We're at the value area low right now from this massive big consolidation range that we have had in between 2021 and 2022, as you can see here on the chart. And that if we do lose this level, why can we come as low as $12,000, where we do have the next big spike here on the VPVR of a major accumulation zone? Okay, a lot of volume traded at that range back in 2019, 2020, okay, as you can see here on the chart. So what if we do break it? Why are we going to fall down to those levels? Well, it's just simply as, you know, when price action has a big move to the upside or to the downside very, very fast, not having much volume traded at that range, you can slice through and come down at more or less the exact same timing that you have pumped to those levels. So if we can see here down at the round about the $12,000 range, we can see since we broke here $12,000 approximately, all of these candles are weekly candles. It took round about 10 weeks to come as high as $30,000. And it was pretty fast, as you can see, with hardly any retracements here looking at the weekly. And when you have a big gap in volume and you break a major zone, this would be the value area low, you can come down as fast, all right, as the time you did actually pump. And we have seen this before with price action on Bitcoin on the 4-hourly, on the daily, where you break through these levels, and if there's no volume profile, there's no volume traded at that range hardly, and it's been a fast move, it can also be a fast move to the downside, guys. So this is something that we need to be prepared mentally, because a lot of people have been investing in crypto. A lot of people think that we are going to hold these 30,000, 20K. We're not going to hit 20K. We're not going to go below the last all-time high. And this is very much possible. Taking a look at the stock market, the general sentiment is bad and it can get worse. We can also take a look at the worst case scenario. Of course, I have some USDT, I have some other stablecoin, I also have Bitcoin. It's always good to diversify and just be ready for this scenario, because it could happen, guys. The world is not looking at its best moment right now. So just something to be cautious, something to be ready mentally for the next coming months or couple of years. And this might bring you one of the best opportunities in a lifetime that you could have, but you just need to be ready for it to happen. And if we take a look at Ethereum here on the chart, it is pretty curious because if we were to go with this kind of 4-year cycles, okay, with Bitcoin, with the halving, now it is, potentially true that after breaking this trend line with these higher lows, looking at the weekly on Ethereum, we have successfully broken down this major support of these higher lows with a weekly close, as you can see here on the chart. And what happened the last time back in 2018 cycle when we're having this correction, Ethereum did correct from 1,400 all the way down to $80, okay, at its ultimate low level. This is very much possible if we do see that Bitcoin coming down to $10,000. Yes, of course, Ethereum can come well below the $1,000 range. And what I want to show you here, we have broken this higher low trend on the weekly, looking at the logarithmic ever since, we did break this back in 2018, right now in 2022, broken this trend. So we could expect a little bit of downside action, and we need to be ready for it, guys. If we were to have this kind of price action, all right, in the next coming months, even to 2 years, then it would be something like this, right, where we are going to have this big, massive correction, sideways action, till we actually see a recovery potentially in 2023 or even late 2024. And then we might be seeing a big opportunity at those levels to see a huge, massive, big bull run. Now, of course, we can see the stock markets that are correcting, and they might correct. We might see an ultimate crash recession in the next 1 to 2 years. Very, very possible, guys. So we just need to be ready for it. And this is very, very possible just by breaking this uptrend, as you can see, support. And this could initiate this big, massive bear market, okay, for the next couple of years. Just wanted to point that out. Remember, for all of those experienced traders on Bybit, you can get up to $4,050 worth of bonus and also 0% maker fee for 30 days. No fees for 30 days. There's also a Bybit airdrop. Make sure to take a look at the link in the description to see if you can claim this airdrop. Follow the steps. And on PrimeXBT, my favorite day trading platform, up to $7,000 worth of bonus, you basically get 7% added to your deposit by using Bitcoinsensus 50 as the promotion code. I got 2 tutorials of these platforms down below, also in the description. And let's dive in here straight into the Bitcoin chart, because what we were talking about Bitcoin here is that we need to break down below the 28,600. Yesterday, we actually came all the way down and bounced from that exact level. And your question might be why? Well, one of the reasons why is already because you have been marking these lows over here. But the reason why the first touch right over here where we did bounce is because of the point of control from the volume traded well below the $29,000. So we do know that we have been bouncing from this range, but I want to know the volume traded, okay, biggest point of control from this range over here below $29,000 for those to take a look at those levels where we could bounce. And if we take a look at the fixed, okay, range of the volume profile, if we do take from this range over here at about $29,000 to this area right over here, we can see that the biggest point of control was at that $28,600. And this is the reason why we are actually getting these bounces, as you can see on the chart. Now, why is there a higher probability in Bitcoin actually not managing to successfully break above $30,000 in the next coming days? Is because you can see here that we are kind of rolling over. If we go with price action, it did look pretty good here where we are creating a higher low, and then suddenly we started creating this lower low over here. So this is why it is very, very likely that we are going to create a lower high here potentially, and then finally break this major support, because we've been retesting it several times. It's been the 3rd time yesterday. On the 4th time, it is just very likely it will get broken, and we are going to see that volatility to the downside. Now, where can we potentially bounce if we do break that $28,600 major support? Are we going to retest as low as $25,000, just like we did here on the 12th of May? Well, there is a possibility that we can create a higher low. I know some major levels, if I do take a look at the 4 hourly, that we could potentially get a short-term bounce, okay, which is this one right over here. It is the 27,500 500, 600 range, where we do have this strong 4-hourly close and open, as you can see. And also it would be the 618 Fibonacci retracement from the ultimate low here at 25.2, 25.3k. Okay, the ultimate low. If we do take a look at Fibonacci to the ultimate high here that we did create on the 16th of May here around about the 31,400, well, that 618 would be exactly at that 27.6, 27.5, where we could see the price stop, get that volatility at this range and potentially get a short-term bounce. Okay, if we do get that bounce, of course, in the next coming days, if we do come down to that level and we do bounce, we also can see that we are potentially going to get a rejection from this actual point, from that $28,600, where we did get bounces every single time. Okay, the largest point of control from this volume area, like I just showed you with the fixed range volume profile, getting those bounces. So if you successfully break down this range, guys, we are looking for those bounces. We are looking for those opportunities. We got one right over here at the 27.6, 27.5. We've also got one here as resistance at the 28.6k level. Okay, so it will be a major range for opportunities, and there is a possibility of continuation to the downside or potentially creating a double bottom, all depending on how we react to these levels, how much volume we do have. Okay, this is something that we will analyze once that happens, of course. And that is going to be it for today's episode, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe. I'll be doing a live stream potentially later, and if it's not later, it will be Sunday live stream, so we can prepare for Monday volatility. Check out the Bitcoinsensus website for the latest news and technical analysis ideas. Totally free information down below. Thank you, guys, and I will see you in the next one.